Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up next between the Hawks and the Beavers. And welcome back inside Hutchinson Gym from the campus of American River College. Game 2 of our Tuesday night doubleheader between the American River College Beavers and the Cosumnes River College Hawks. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Sasker still with you here. Thank you for tuning in to the women's game between these two teams, and it's 60-35 going the way of the Hawks. Let's start with the home team. Let's start with the American River Beavers. They are 14-9 on the year, 7-6, coming off of a loss last time out, a heartbreaker, only by 1. Talking with head coach Mark Giorgi right before the game. They need to win 2 of 3 to lock in the playoffs in the Big 8. They got a game tonight, obviously, versus Cosumnes River. They have a game tomorrow versus Sierra, and then they're on the road against Modesto the last game. So 2 out of 3 should lock them into the playoffs, currently sitting 4th in the Big 8 conference. Let's talk about the opponents. Cosumnes River Hawks, 14-10 on the year, 5-7 in conference. Winners 5 of their last 7, and you got to look at the scoring they've gotten. Dylan Nayawe, Gerard Webb, and Andre Huddleston leading the way in scoring per game for them. Getting only a couple sophomores for that team. A lot of youth other than that on the team. You start with Nayawe, 23 games started, 23 games played, 64% from the field, and a 60% free throw shooter. He makes the most of his opportunities. Let's talk about the Beavers. Going to run through the big man down low, David O'Looney. You've seen him a few times here on NorCal Sports TV. Second half, down in the paint, he cashes in when he gets those opportunities down low. Good defensive player, gets a lot of stops there. The other eye to keep an eye on is Tyler Edwards, number 22. Was able to speak with his dad a little bit before. His brother led the way in scoring when he was a sophomore here playing for the Beavers, and he said he's real proud of his son Tyler and all he's been able to accomplish. However, Tyler is a sophomore, and he has said that he will step away from the game after this season, so at least 3 more games guaranteed for Mr. Edwards in his basketball career. So that's another storyline to keep an eye on. No Isaiah Spearman for American River tonight. He's not going to play. 3 players out for Cosumnes River: Caleb Drake, Cameron Cato, and DeWitt Bullock. We're about 2 minutes away from announcing a starting lineup, so we'll take one quick break, get a message in from our sponsors. Second half of our doubleheader coming up next between the Beavers and the Hawks. And welcome back inside. Final adjustments being made from the head coaches. We'll start with the starting lineups here in just a moment. Again, speaking with head coach Mark Giorgi before the game, big playoff push coming up for these young men for American River College. Needing 2 out of 3, and it all starts tonight against the Hawks. Their last matchup of the year, these games have been closely contested between the two. Speaking of the Hawks, we'll get the starting lineup up for them right now as they announce it right now. Andre Huddleston, the sophomore guard, will get the start out of Pleasant Grove High School. Dylan Ayawe, the team's leading scorer, he's the center, sophomore from Franklin High School. Jason Mitchell Jr., the guard, will from Brookside Christian School, sophomore. He will start alongside Huddleston. Gerard Webb, the freshman from Florence, 6'3", he'll go out as well. And Jordan Burciaga will start at forward from Manteca, the freshman, 6'4", will round out the starting 5 for the Cosumnes River Hawks. Ayawe will be the one to watch, 14.3 averaging per game. And it'll be a good matchup between he, and you got to think he's going to go against David O'Looney. And speaking of Looney, here is the American River College starting lineup. Chad Scarborough gets the start over, Chad Scarborough gets the start, the freshman guard out of Concord High School. Will get the start alongside Montez Swan, the 5'11 guard from Salem, Georgia, also a sophomore. David O'Looney, the big man, 6'8" forward out of Nevada Union High School, the sophomore. He'll start alongside Tyrell Minor, freshman guard from McQueen, 5'11", and Tyler Edwards will round out the 5 at the forward position. The sophomore from Roseville High, 6'1". So the matchup to watch definitely will be David O'Looney versus Dylan Ayawe early. Ayawe definitely a physical presence down low. Number 4, keep an eye on him for the Hawks. And you don't need any reminder who David O'Looney is for the Beavers. Beavers wearing their traditional red and blue home whites. Cosumnes Oaks with their dark blue and orange with the white and silver trim. Cosumnes River will be going right to left on your screen. Beavers will be going from left to right, and we're about ready to get our second half of our doubleheader tipped off and underway. 20 minutes in the first half coming your way, and we're going to get another technical shot, and they'll cash in. We had this happen in the first game. The 30-second shot clock was not up 10 minutes prior to game time, so that is a technical shot, according to the rules, to the visitor, and they cash in. And it looked like Gerard Webb took it, so we'll count the free throw for him. And here's the opening tip. This one won by Ayawe, and off we go. Mitchell Jr. will bring it forward. A little off-ball movement. They're going to move it out to Burciaga, and he goes over to Huddleston. Huddleston goes back to Mitchell Jr. Corner 3 on the way. He's left a little short. The Beavers come up with it. They go to Montez Swan. He's got Edwards to his right. Now he goes to Edwards. A little misdirection. Edwards to the paint. Goes up and he scores. Tyler Edwards starts the scoring for the Beavers. Big effort. You're going to love seeing him go all night. 2-1 to start early. Outside, they're going to work it back up top. They go inside for Ayawe over the top of his head. Burciaga could not reach him, and it goes the other way. Here come the Beavers. Scarborough and Swan will work from the guard position. O'Looney from the 5. Tyrell Minor and Tyler Edwards working well together from the forward position. Here's Swan. He works it out to Scarborough. Scarborough wanted to go to Edwards, doesn't pick up his dribble yet. Here's Tyrell Minor. Minor working it back to Swan. Not a lot of movement yet. Now here comes O'Looney to help set a screen. Double team. Ayawe staying down to the paint. O'Looney going for it. Edwards going to let this one fly from 3. He's a little short. And the first battle of the night between Ayawe and O'Looney goes Ayawe's way. He gets a rebound. And now they go the other way. Mitchell Jr. Handoff. Oh, short range pump fake. Gets a man in the air. Can't convert. That was Gerard Webb. Webb gets another chance at it. He works it back out to Mitchell Jr. Now he cuts to his left. Has to give it back outside to Huddleston. They have 19 on the clock. to the paint. Spin move, up, tipped, no good. Ball stays in play. Ayawe had a chance at it. This one taken away. Scarborough comes away with it. He's got Minor going forward. He's going to instead go to Edwards. Edwards to the paint. Has O'Looney, and he goes outside to O'Looney. Looks like O'Looney stepped on the line, and crew chief Matt Amorell will call that one the other way for the Hawks. 2 minutes gone in our opening frame of action. Just 2-1. The action has been fast-paced, and we hope you enjoy it. A reminder, you can catch the rest of the home games for American River College right here on NorCal Sports TV as a foul is committed down low. Looks like that's going to go against Scarborough. It'll be his first and the team's first this half. That will send Gerard Webb to the line. Webb only a 52% free throw shooter from the line. He's only averaging about 2 trips to the line per game, and the first one is no good for him. No subs in yet. Second one on the way is also no good. And after the foul, they can't convert. Edwards, straightaway three. He's yet to pick up his dribble. He goes out to O'Looney. O'Looney thought about letting the long-range shot fly. Instead, he stops on the pivot, hands to Scarborough. Scarborough gets a nice isolation to the rack. No good, and Ayawe's going to come up with the rebound. Hawks with a little bit of speed. Huddleston's going to slow it down. He throws it off to his teammate. Now they dump it down low. Barciaga goes back outside to Webb. Webb goes back up top to Huddleston. 13 to shoot. Gets a screen from Ayawe. Barciaga goes back down to Ayawe. That one's tipped, taken away again by the Beavers. Scarborough with a little bit of speed. Now he slows it down. He finds Swan. Swan says, why not let it fly? Can't convert, falls. Scarborough with the tip off the glass. He gets a bucket. Chad Scarborough gets his second bucket. Now it's 4-1. Huddleston with it forward. And then he works it to his teammate. Huddleston gets it. Tries to work his way to the lane. Mid-range from the free throw line's no good. Ayawe goes down to the ground. No call. Swan with some speed. He's looking for a teammate. He's going to hand it to Scarborough. Thought about popping from three again. Swan's got it. Tries to throw it down low. O'Looney with his big arms. Pulls it back from out of bounds. Goes to work on Ayawe. Post shot is tipped and blocked by Ayawe. And off they go again. Webb goes to work. He goes outside. And that's going to hit Mitchell Jr. They go back to Huddleston. Mitchell Jr. now will get it with 18 to shoot. Ayawe and O'Looney banging and clanging down low. Mid-range two on the way is no good. Ayawe gets it. Now he goes to work on the inside glass. Goes up, no good the first time or the second time. But they will call a foul. And it's going to go against Edwards. That'll be his first. Something to watch against Edwards tonight. And that's the second team foul for the Hawks. So here's Dylan Ayawe. We mentioned his 60% from the free throw line. He does not miss on many free throw attempts. First one's up and good and opens the scoring for Dylan Ayawe. Trey Jones will check in now for Montez Swan. Jordan Burciaga will make way as well, and that's going to set in as we wait to find out here who exactly checked in for the Hawks. Ayawe puts up the second one. That one's cash as well. And Cosumnes will take the timeout here. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well, get a quick message in from our sponsors. 4-3 early here from Hutchinson Gym.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, you know, I like the competitiveness as well, so.
16 minutes left in our opening half of play. 4-3 Hawks. Tyrell Minor goes to Scarborough. Lets this one fly from 3. Short. Edwards is going to try to tip it outside. It's picked up by Kyrie Dunn, who's checked in recently for the Hawks. To the rack. Middleton, no good. O'Looney with his first rebound. They work it forward. Here's Trey Jones. Trey Jones says, I'll take it myself. Gets a sweet kiss with the right hand off the glass. Trey Jones gets his first bucket, and it's 6-3. Kyrie Dunn, the guard from Burbank High School, will bring it forward. Goes to work on Jones. Gets a screen from Ayawe. He works it back outside to Webb. Webb lets this one fly. It's short off the glass. Mitchell Jr. tried to get a rebound. Instead, it goes to Trey Jones. He works outside to Scarborough, who goes to O'Looney. O'Looney sets his pick for Jones, but Jones stopped and picked up his dribble. That one's going the other way. Edwards is going to check out. Tyree Mitchell will check in. And then Anthony Vaughn will check in as well for Tyrell Minor. Anthony Vaughn will be somebody to watch as well. He has had good success coming off the bench for Mark Giorgi's squad. A nice 24-point effort the other night against Folsom Lake is proof of that. 3-ball on the way, and it's good. Cash that one in, and that's going to be Kyrie Dunn's first bucket of the night. And it's going to tie this game at 6. Mitchell brings this one forward now for the Hawks. I'm sorry, for the Beavers. It hits Vaughn. Vaughn looking for O'Looney. Instead, he'll go to Jones. Trey Jones now will go to O'Looney. Thought about 3. He got his opponent in the air. Scarborough with a little bit of a push off. But I think they're going to call the foul on Kyrie Dunn for the reach. And, in fact, they will. That's first team foul against the Hawks. So far, the battle has been fun to watch between Ayawe and O'Looney. Inside to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to try to cash in. That one's going to be tipped. I'm going to credit Gerard Webb with a tip and a block. Going the other way, Kyrie Dunn initiates contact off the glass, is no good. It falls outside to Mitchell Jr. And with a fresh shot clock, Andre Huddleston decides to calm him down. The sophomore guard from Pleasant Grove goes to work against Trey Jones. He goes to Mitchell Jr., goes inside to Ayawe from the post move, and it's beautiful. Dylan Ayawe makes 4 points on the night for him, leading scorer currently for the Hawks, and it's now 8-6, their first lead of the ball game. Here's Mitchell to Jones. He's got Vaughn on the outside, decides to take himself 2-on-1. It's going to be stripped. It ends up going to Mitchell. Only 13 on the clock, spreads the defense out a bit. Jones thinks about going baseline, instead goes back up top. O'Looney lets the long one fly, no good. And the Hawks come away with it. Gerard Webb with a rebound. They go back up top. Here's Kyrie Dunn. And they go down to Ayawe. Double team coming on. Vaughn tried to help. Instead left a man open. 3-ball, no good. Scarborough gets the rebound. And it's going to go to Mitchell. Tyree Mitchell, cool to slow things down. 20 on the clock, plenty of time to work. Good defense so far from the Hawks. Good isolation. Vaughn lets one fly from 3. That's too strong. Scarborough tried to get a hand to it. Matt Amaral says, nope, Hawks ball. Action is fast and furious inside Hutchinson Gym. Substitution coming on, and it looks like it's for the Hawks. Jason Mitchell will check out, and number 30, Patrick Parks Jr. will check in. That's Patrick Parks Jr. from East Career Technical Academy. It's a freshman guard. And as we say that, Ayawe gets his 6th point of the night down to the paint. 10-6. Trey Jones will bring it forward. 12:41 in the first half. He finds over to Tyree Mitchell. Mitchell has a little bit of separation. Stops the dribble, goes to the corner. Trey Jones, uncontested 3 on the way. He's got the bucket. 5 points for Trey Jones. 10-9. Full court press from the Beavers. Hawks find Kyrie Dunn. He picks up the speed. Now he stops, changes direction. A lot of speed, and you can see why he draws a lot of similarities to a famous Kyrie. 3 balls, too strong. Tip down low. Ayawe comes away. Uncontested mid-range shots on the way, and that one's good. And that one's going to go to Andre Huddleston. His first bucket of the first half. 9-12. Beavers trail by 3. Scarborough goes to work on Kyrie. They go to Mitchell, now to Jones. He has O'Looney for help. O'Looney goes to set a screen, but it goes the other way to Scarborough. 15 to shoot. That one's taken away. And the Beavers with numbers. Scarborough all on him. Hiddleston goes up. There's going to be a foul. And Trey Jones is claiming that one. That's going to be the third team foul against the Beavers. Another look at the transition. You see the foul in there. They will give it to Scarborough. That was his second. And then now they correct it. It will be Trey Jones. They say ball don't lie. Well, my eyes don't lie. Well, at least this time. Huddleston connects on his first one. Subs coming in. Jack Jones checking in. The first action we've seen of him in a long time. Montez Swan will check back in as well. O'Looney gets a rest. Ayale stays in there. And Huddleston connects on both of them to make it a 13-9 ball game. First we've seen of Jack Jones in a while. He's finally off of the injured list, and there's a timeout on the court. There's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. I want to talk briefly about Jack Jones, the Jesuit product last year. 6'3" guard. Was averaging 12.4 per game. Was then on the sick, lame, and lazy list. 35% shooter from 3, 40% from the field. And that's another piece of added depth, especially if the Beavers are going to make a run at the playoffs. 14-9 as we're wrapping up the 30-second timeout. That's going to be the second timeout taken by head coach Mark Giorgi. We're getting ready to get the action back underway. With just about 9 minutes gone in the opening frame of action. Montez Swan has it. He's going to go outside to Mitchell. Mitchell goes to Jones. And now it goes to Swan. Jones cuts to the paint. He's got Mitchell outside. Now he's got Jones help to his right. Mitchell decides, I'm going to take it myself. And he cashes in on the bucket. 3 ball from Tyree at Mitchell. 14-12. 11 minutes left. Huddleston works it to go inside. Ooh, contact, a little jump. We'll see what the call is. And I think they're going to... Beavers ball. Double dribble. There's good defense. It's Isaac Montgomery that cut to the hoop. It's his first action we've seen of him. The Vanden product, 6-foot guard. Montez Swan slowly bringing it forward. He has Vaughn on the court with him, as well as Tyree Mitchell, Jack Jones. 3 ball on the way from Mitchell's no good. It's going to hit out of bounds, and it'll be Hawk ball. 14-12. Coaches shouting out instructions of their team. Head coach Jonathan James for CRC. Gotta like what he sees from his team so far. Early energy and effort. Kyrie tries to go in. Said passes it outside. Mid-range shooter is good. And that's Gerard Webb's first field goal of the night. 3 points for him early, makes it 16-12. Vaughn's going to take it to the rack. Foul on the floor is going to go against Kyrie Dunn. Believe that will be his second. It'll be the team's second as well. And there's the look at that. So it's an Anthony Vaughn to the line. Vaughn, a very good free throw shooter. 94% on the year. First one on the way. Oh, and there's the broadcast curse. So one rattles and goes out. No good. Sat on the rim for a second. Tyrell Miner is going to check back in. Looks like he's going to check in for Trey Jones. Second one on the way, and that one's going to be good for Anthony Vaughn. Almost felt really bad for cursing the young man. Mitchell Jr. coming the other way, tries to throw the lob to Ayale. Ayale is blocked down low. This one taken away from Jack Jones, and a chance to tie it. Montel Swan goes to Vaughn. Vaughn decides to take the three. Short off the iron, no good. Gotta think a wasted possession for the Beavers. Still a 3-point game, 16-13, as we're halfway through the first half. The action has been quick. 3-ball, and the response is off the right side of the iron, no good. Montez Swan, the elevation sensation, goes up for the rebound, and he gets it. He goes to Mitchell. Mitchell quickly back outside. Jones spins, has to regain control. Mitchell back to Swan. They go inside to Jones. Jones, nice little step over. Can't get the floater to fall. Rebound goes to Webb. Webb will hand it off to Dunn. Webb will hand it off to Isaac Montgomery, who brings it forward. Montgomery works it back down to Ayawe. Ayawe wide open. Mitchell Jr., and he connects. Jason Mitchell Jr. gets the three to fall, and it's going to be 18-13. Swan has Vaughn to his right. He instead goes top of the three. Mitchell, he lets this one fly, leaves it short. Vaughn tried to get the rebound. Instead, it'll go to Montgomery. Montgomery, hot handler. He goes outside, changes. He went to to Mitchell Jr. Now they work it inside. Fading away is no good. And Tyrell Minor comes up with it. Minor finds Vaughn. Stop and pop three. Thought about it. Instead, changes up and goes to Swan. Swan, Mitchell, Minor, Jones, and Vaughn, the five on the floor. And it looks like Edwards is getting ready to check back in, as well as O'Looney for the Beavers. Mitchell tries to spin, loses possession, comes up with it, goes outside. Minor for three this time. Oh, so close to making that one. Rattles out and away. Here comes Montgomery. Montgomery loses possession. Jack Jones with another steal. Changes direction once, twice. Looks for a teammate from the free throw line. He takes it. Cold from the line, can't get it. Montez Swan comes up with it. That's going to be a kick, and it's going to stay Beaver basketball. Edwards coming in, as well as O'Looney. And Burciaga checking back in for the Hawks. Huddleston, Ayawe, Mitchell. Still on the floor. Burciaga. Montez Swan, mid-range. Fouled on the way up. Can't get the shot to fall, but he will shoot two from the line. And that's going to be the third foul for Cosumnes. And that's the first foul against Andre Huddleston. Swan's first one is good. Swan's first point on the night. Swan a 68% free throw shooter. He averages maybe 4 trips to the line. Connects on them both. Makes it 18-15. Andre Huddleston to bring it forward with 7:43 left in their first half. Edwards got his hand on him, and call from Aaron Dickerson. It's going to charge against Edwards. It'll be his second. Team's fourth in the first half. Trey Jones will check in, and Edwards will make way after picking up his second. Isaac Montgomery will sit down as well for the Hawks. Ball inbounds. Number 30, Patrick Parks Jr. checks back in. Mitchell Jr. works it back to the corner. Screen from Barciaga. Mid-range jumper's no good. Fight down low. Oh, it's going to go. An easy two for Dylan Ayawe. 8 points early for Ayawe. 20-15 CRC. Trey Jones works it outside to his other Jones. That being Jack. Jack back to Trey. Swan, nice cut to the rim, up and off the glass, gets it to fall, and he's fired up. Montez Swan, his first field goal of the night. 4 points for him, 20-17. Mitchell Jr. with it. Off the pass from Parks Jr., who gets it now back from him. They work it to Barciaga. Barciaga has Mitchell. He sets a long two, which was contested. No good. Rebound's going to be made by the Hawks. It'll go back to Parks Jr. He's looking for Huddleston. Instead he goes Mitchell Jr. goes to Huddleston. Goes up, contested shot, no good. Fight for it down low. Jack Jones comes away with it. Good rebound on the defensive end. They come quickly. They goes up. O'Looney couldn't get to fall off a contested shot from Ayawe. O'Looney went for the two-handed finger roll. He couldn't get it to fall. Jason Mitchell Jr. okay to settle things down a bit. They work up top of the key. Dylan Ayawe, the Franklin product, 6'11". A dominating figure out there on the hardwood tonight. Parks Jr. thought about it. Now he lets it fly. And Parks Jr. gets his first bucket of the night. The 5'9" freshman connects from 14 feet. 6 minutes left in the opening frame. 22-17 is our score. Swan's going to work it outside to Minor. O'Looney lets a long-range one fly. No good. Mitchell Jr. comes up with it. He looked to get it down to Ayawe. Instead, they work it around. Oh, almost lost possession. Instead, Parks Jr. goes to work. He gets it to Ayawe, who quickly gets it over to Huddleston. Mitchell Jr. works it down low. Trey Jones got a hand in there against Barciaga. Barciaga recovers, and he goes up strong and gets the bucket. Jordan Barciaga gets his first field goal, and the lead starts to stretch for the Hawks, 24-17. A bucket would be huge for the Beavers here. Stop the bleeding a bit. Goes to Jack Jones, who throws it back outside to Trey Jones now. Trey over to Minor. Swan. They got the one big. There's the screen from O'Looney. Swan willing to go to work. Thought he was fouled on the way up. Loses possession. Goes down hard for it, and he calls the timeout. They'll take the timeout. So will we. As you take another look at the possession from Montez Swan. We'll be back in just a moment. 24-17 is our score from Hutchinson Gym at American River College. Welcome back inside the gym, 24-17, and remember those NorCal Sports National Championships available for many club teams in the area. Great chance to get some national recognition. Go to norcalsportstv.com/2022 events. They got stats, rankings, records. You can get the age verification. They played on regulation courts. And again, all those games broadcast right here on NorCal Sports TV. Scarborough checks back in for the Beavers. Goes inbound. 3-ball on the way from Vaughn. Too strong off the back iron. Foul on the court, and that's going to go against Trey Jones. He didn't like that one. It goes against Parks Jr., and Jones will pick up his foul. That'll be his second, team's fifth. And Parks Jr. off the foul. Here's Andre. Andre Huddleston goes to work. He goes outside to Mitchell Jr. Mitchell picked up his dribble. Traveling. Trey Jones is going to check out. He is not happy. He's going to take his seat behind the bench, get some water, try to cool down. Scarborough, Vaughn, Minor, O'Looney. I'm sorry, that's not O'Looney. It's Jackson Nagel who's checking in. Vaughn hacked on the way up. That one's gonna go against Berciaga. That's gonna be their fourth for the Hawks. Jackson Nagel in. The 6'6" forward from Del Campo. First personal against Berciaga. It looks like Gerard Webb is going to check in here in just a moment for the Hawks. Once again, Vaughn to the line. Cashes in on the first one. And Vaughn will check, Webb checks in for Berciaga with 4:27 left in the first half. 6-point lead is now a 5-point lead as Vaughn connects on both. And off we go. Huddleston to bring it forward. They work it outside, now inside. Oh, great possession, great pass. Fouled on the way up, and they're going to count the bucket. Ayawe dominant. Took on 2 men, and he got the bucket. Take a look at this one again. Good pass, only where he could get it. 3 men, and they're going to get Nagel on his first. 6th foul. Ayawe connected on both of his first 2 attempts. We'll see what he does with his third. He cashes in on the 3-point play. 11 points in the first half for Dylan Ayawe. Team's leading scorer is averaging 14 per game. Amiot in for the Beavers. Vaughn is 0 for 3 from distance. And it's 27-19. Ooh, nice ball fake. Too strong. It's going to go back to Ayawe. They work it back around to Mitchell Jr. Now they've got Huddleston. Huddleston try to get a screen. Jaden Amiot in. To guard him, Scarborough. Oh, double team. Nice ball fake. Up and in. Good contact initiated. No bucket, but the Hawks maintain, and now a foul. That one's going to go against Jaden Amiot. That'll be his first. That's the team's 7th, and it puts them in the 1-and-1 category for the bonus. We'll put Huddleston at the line. Huddleston shooting 80% from the stripe to this point this year. Cashes in on the first one, so he gets the opportunity at the second. Nine-point lead is now a 10-point lead as Huddleston will make both. 6 points for Andre Huddleston in the first half. The offense has gone a little bit cold now for the Beavers. See if they can't generate something. Foul off the ball. We'll go against Parks Jr. First personal for Parks Jr., 15. Jackson Nagel makes way for Sam Shields. And Shields will get the ball off the inbound. They work to Scarborough. Scarborough to Vaughn. 3 to break the snide. He connects. Anthony Vaughn 6 on the day now. 29-22. And now a chance to get a stop. 23 on the shot clock, under 3 minutes in the first half. They work it back outside. Try to find Parks Jr. Now they go outside Mitchell Jr. No good. Rebound Hawks. No good, but fouled on the way up. And I think I might go against Minor. Gerard Webb being a bit of a force out there. No, excuse me. That's going to go against Ayawe. That's their 16th foul. And Amiot calls the play as they come forward, so they get the stop. They go to Minor. Minor has Vaughn. He connected on the 3 last time around. Looked like he thought about taking another one. Said they work it down to Amiot. Now goes Vaughn. Spin move. Tries to initiate contact inside. Oh, long range 2. Nice one for him. And Vaughn off the bench. Now with 8 points. And it's a 5-point lead. 29-24. Huddleston tries to get the screen from Ayawe. He does. Huddleston crosses over. Tries to get it back outside to Webb. Webb walks into the lane, and that's an offensive foul. It's the first one, 7th team. So 1-and-1 opportunity now for Cosumnes. And Montez Swan will check back in. It looks like O'Looney will check back in. Minor checking out, and Sam Shields checking out. Both teams in the first round of bonus as Scarborough goes to Jaden Amiot. Amiot and Scarborough bring it forward. Amiot trying to find O'Looney, fighting down low. Ayawe has made way to the bench. Ooh, shot off the ball. O'Looney gets a chance at it, goes up strong, gets the first bucket for him. Isaac Montgomery took a shot from O'Looney. He wanted the call, didn't get it, and instead it's a 3-point game, 29-26. 90 seconds left in the first half. They work it low. Another foul, and I think this one's going to stay. Yes, it's going to stay Hawks ball. Excuse me. Now it's going to be Swan's first foul, team's 8th. And that's going to send Webb to the line. Chance for the 1-and-1. Isaac Montgomery having a conversation with Steve Gillis. First one's good from Webb. His 4th point. Swan went to have a conversation with Gillis as well. Second one on the way, no good. Rebound Vaughn, and he's fouled on the way up by Parks Jr. That's going to be their second, 8th team foul this half. And both teams with 8 now. And that's a mistake you got to think the Hawks didn't want to make, as they put the best free throw shooter the Beavers have to the line. 4-point game. 1-and-1. It looks like Parks Jr. makes way for Barciaga, checking back in. First one on the way from Vaughn, and he connects. That one's good. Vaughn, the Union Mine product, the freshman, leading the scoring currently for the Beavers. Second one is good for him as well, and it's now a one-possession game, 30-28, 90 seconds left in this opening half. Mitchell Jr. trying to bring it forward. Amiot with great pressure. 22 on the shot clock. They finally get it into the front court. And a nice move to the rack, up and strong. O'Looney gets the rebound. Montgomery was unable to connect with his right hand. Amiot looking for a teammate. They were calling for it in the corner. Montez Swan wanted it. They go to Anthony Vaughn instead. They cut to Scarborough, who goes to the paint, tries to work in the post, works it back out to Amiot. Still calling it to Swan. Instead, he doesn't go for it. Disappointed, and he loses the ball. Under a minute left. 30-28 still. They slow it down. Montgomery trying to get the offense to do something. A little off-ball movement. Barciaga creates a screen, a little separation. He lets a mid-range fly over O'Looney, is no good. Rebound to Scarborough. 10 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Scarborough told Swan, move out of the zone. They go to Amiot. Amiot goes to Swan this time. Swan trying to get a screen from O'Looney. He does this time. Goes to O'Looney. Has a chance from difference against Barciaga. He spins against the post. Right hook's no good. That goes out of bounds off the hands of Vaughn. And with 18.5, it's going to be Hawks ball with a chance at the last possession of the half. Very entertaining first half at that, 30-28. They bounce to Mitchell Jr., and it goes right back to Montgomery. The shooters are definitely on the court for the Hawks. 10 seconds. Montgomery okay to hang on to this one. We'll wait and see who takes the final shot. Montgomery cuts to the lane, lets a long-range hook go, no good. Tip at the glass is no good at the end. Rebound, Beavers, and that's going to do it for the first half of action. After one, we've got a great game on tap with a second half just as good to be expected. Our score, CRC leads by a bucket, 30-28 over the Beavers. We'll take the time out of the break. We'll come back, recap the scoring, and the second half of action will be on its way. Right here on NorCal Sports TV.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches. So, yeah.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun.
Meeting new people, making new friends.
The games, I love playing games here.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second, has another shot, puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the chills?
Beautiful
I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because personally I thought there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere, just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
And welcome back inside Hutchinson Gym. Beautiful campus here at American River College. It's currently halftime, about 9 minutes until we start the second half. Current score is 30-28. Cosumnes River currently on top. Wanted to recap some of the scoring. Leading scorer, we'll start with the visiting team, Cosumnes River College, is Dylan Ayawe. And we talked about the battle he was going to have with David O'Looney to start, and currently he's winning the battle. 12 points so far for him, and he definitely dominated down in the paint, post moves, and he went to the line a couple of times. He's made all 4 his free throw shots. He's also getting some help from Jason Mitchell and Gerard Webb. Mitchell had 3, Webb had 4 on the first half for the Hawks. Meanwhile, for the home team, for the American River College Beavers, leading scorer off the bench, Anthony Vaughn. We mentioned that in the pregame, how good he has been off the bench. As I look to my left and I see the Hawks making their way back out for warm-ups. 10 points off the bench for Anthony Vaughn. He's also getting help from a lot of people, and that's kind of been the story for the Beavers this season. There's a lot of depth off the bench. 5 points from Trey Jones. Montez Swan has 4. Tyler Edwards opened the scoring with 2. Tyree Mitchell's got 3. David O'Looney, only the 1 bucket, but he's been helping out on defense as well. So, something to pay attention to, just the depth of the Hawks, and we'll see if either team gets into any foul trouble. Most of the fouls, nobody really in trouble. A couple players with 2 on each team, but again, both these teams have plenty of depth. So we'll step aside. Only about 7 minutes or so left until we get back into business here from Hutchinson Gym at American River College.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun.
Meeting new people, making new friends.
The games, I love playing games. Yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the 3.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for 3. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the chills?
Beautiful
I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
Look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far?
My favorite part is meeting new people such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought personally there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
How was camp for you, Blake?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of NorCal Sports TV's summer basketball camp?
The atmosphere. Just being out here, feeling close to nature. Like, I woke up in the morning from getting my award for the 6 a.m. practices. I woke up in the morning, I saw 3 deer just pass by. I got a video. It was really cool. And I love the atmosphere. I love the coaches. I love everybody here. Everybody's here to get better. Everybody's here to have fun. And, I like the competitiveness as well. So.
"20 minutes from glory." Back inside Hutchinson Gym at American River College, ready for the second half of a very entertaining game so far. Cosumnes River only up by 2, 30-28, as we get the action back underway. Welcome back inside the gym. Alex Tasker with you, and it's a pleasure to be with you once again here on NorCal Sports, as always. Mitchell Jr. on the floor to start for the Hawks. He gets the ball again. He's going to isolate. Corner three, thought about it. Instead, he goes mid-range in the paint. No good. And rebound Tyler Edwards to start. So the same starters who started the game are out on the floor for both teams. Edwards works it around to Montez Swan. Swan goes to the corner. Edwards, pump fake. Thought about going for three. Edwards definitely the defensive spark plug. 2 fouls, though. He goes, nice Scarborough. Big block down low by Ayawe. They go with speed, coming the other way. They almost lose possession, fouled by O'Looney, and that's going to send Barciaga to the line. That's O'Looney's first of the game, and it's the team's first of the second half. Can send Barciaga to the line, shooting 2. Just about a minute gone in the second half, 30-28 our score. Head coach Mark Giorgi for your Beavers said 2 out of 3 needed to qualify for the playoffs. First one on the way from Barciaga is good. He had 2 points in the first half. And he starts the scoring in the second half. Second one is no good. Edwards will rebound, and it's a 3-point game, 31-28. Montez Swan brings it forward. He's got Tyrell Minor. We go back to Chad Scarborough. Don't know where Ben came from. David O'Looney now has it. Go to Swan, and O'Looney's going to cut to the rack. Big matchup there against Ayawe. Can't get the bounce. Edwards with the rebound. Tries to work it back outside, and they do to Swan with 26 on the clock. Edwards trying to cut. Instead they go to Minor. Minor gets the screen from O'Looney, who now gets it. O'Looney from deep. He can't connect. Scarborough couldn't come up with the rebound. Instead it goes to Barciaga. Hawks going to come. That one's coming the other way. That one's going to go against Ayawe. Ayawe picks up his first foul of the half, his second foul overall. First team foul, and that one's going the other way. The battle between Ayawe and O'Looney, we previewed it and we've talked about it. So far, it's fairly even. Ayawe, though, leading the scoring with 12. Edwards tried to go up strong, couldn't get the clean shot off. Barciaga coming with a burst of speed, up the other way, up and in, and a beautiful athletic play from Barciaga. He's got 3 points in the half, 33-28. Beavers looking for a bucket to start the scoring in the second half. Swan tries to give it a shot, can't do it. Ayawe comes up with it, and O'Looney's going to pick up his second foul. And the second foul with 2 minutes gone in the second half. Second team foul. Not in any real foul trouble. We'll see how much room Giorgi gives him to work with. 4 timeouts left for the Beavers, 5 left out for the Hawks. That one's going to go out of bounds, the turnover, and Beavers are going to take this one. Swan will inbound it. They got all 5 members back. 17:40 left in this one. Swan goes to Trey Jones, who's checked back in. Tyrell Minor makes way for him. Jones will get it. Plenty of space. They go to Scarborough, and they go back to Swan. Jones was cutting. Instead, they go to the top of the three-point line. So cutting Jones. They work it inside. There's Edwards. Big hook shot is going to be blocked by, wasn't Ayawe. Can't quite make out who it was. I think it was number 10. That was Gerard Webb. They work it around. Edwards Jr. takes a few steps. Can't connect on the floater. They work quickly up to Trey Jones. He's going to step to the rack. Up and in. No good on the dipsy doodle. Down on the floor. Scarborough comes up with it. Now he goes to the floor. And there's going to be a foul. I think that one's going to go against Barciaga. And it is going to go against Barciaga. His second, team second. A lot of contact down low. It'll stay Beavers ball. Edwards Jr. will check out, and Kyrie Dunn will check back in. Dunn had 3 points in the first half. Connected from 3. Definitely impressive speed. O'Looney got the inbound, goes to Swan. Now turnaround 3 from Jones. Rattles out, no good. Edwards with the effort, gets the rebound. They get a new shot clock. Swan to Scarborough. Jones cuts the basket, so does Scarborough. A lot of contact down low for Swan. He can't get it to go, and Ayawe comes away with another rebound. They're not taking advantage of those second chance points. Ayawe with the Dikembe finger wag. No, 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 sir. Not getting that one over me. Still 33-28. No scoring yet in the second half for the Beavers. Cut. Oh, that one's tipped and blocked. Huddleston couldn't get the clean shot off. It was Scarborough who goes the other way. He's dispossessed, but he's fouled. Timeout on the court. And it's going to be Cosumnes, so they'll have 4 timeouts left. And they take a timeout, so will we. 33-28 when we come back. Welcome back. 26 seconds. There was no foul on that last possession. Stays 33-28. Beaver ball. Going out of bounds. I'll say 26 now on the clock. Trey Jones inbounds. He finds Edwards. Tries to go to Swan. Edwards with the lazy pass. Going the other way is Kyrie. Goes up. No good. Barciaga tried to get the rebound, no good. Kyrie Dunn went to the floor. Throws to O'Looney, who has to throw it back. Finds Swan. Now goes low to O'Looney. That one's no good. O'Looney thought about going out. Now he does to Trey Jones, but he stepped out of bounds. That one's going the other way. Crew Chief Matt Amaral caught that one. Substitution. CRC Isaac Montgomery's going to check back in for Webb. Gerard Webb. 4 points for him in the first half. Montgomery gets it quickly, and then we'll get it right back to Dunn. Dunn, Huddleston, Montgomery, Ayawe, and Barciaga are the 5 on the floor for the Hawks. They work it inside. Now the uncontested 3 from Barciaga leaves it short, and a rebound was going to go to Scarborough, but he gets dispossessed, and Montgomery goes to the rack with the right hand, no good. Ayawe's got it down low. They kick it out. Montgomery has it back down low. Montgomery cool to reset it. They go back up top to Huddleston. Montgomery wants it back. He steps into the paint. Mid-range floater on the way. No good. Rebound goes to Dunn. Dunn tries to go to the lane, and he's fouled on the way up. And I think they're going to keep it on the floor. They're going to say 22. That's Tyler Edwards. He's picking up his third. Team's third. Excuse me. Montez Swan checks out, and that's going to bring Tyree Mitchell back in, and Anthony Vaughn will come in for Edwards. 29 on the clock. Huddleston gets it in. Vaughn on Barciaga. Mitchell giving plenty of room to Montgomery. 3 ball on the way is short. Rebound Mitchell. They wanted to break out quick, a little miscommunication, but Mitchell brings it up court anyway. He gets it out to Scarborough. Scarborough to O'Looney, who's yet to really get anything going. It's a very game Dylan Ayawe tonight. Vaughn kicks it back to Mitchell. Back to Scarborough. Pump fake, gets room to the lane. Goes back outside. Straightaway 3 on the way. No good. He missed it left. That one's tipped, but the Hawks will come away with it. 33-28 is how it stays. Montgomery. Nice little between the legs dribble. They work it back around now to the top of the key. They go back to Huddleston and back to Montgomery. Montgomery gets a screen from Ayawe. Pump fake to the lane, gets outside. Huddleston's going to drive to the paint. Kicks it back to Montgomery. He takes from the free throw stripe. Still no good. Rebound Mitchell. Up they go. Mitchell looking up court. Thought about passing it deep. Instead goes Trey Jones. Scarborough, uncontested 3 on the way. Hits too strong. Over the back of, it looked like Vaughn. He threw up a 3 as well, and that's no good. Trying to get too cute with the 3-point ball. Had some decent looks. And a timeout by Cosumnes. Cosumnes River. They'll take the timeout. 3 remaining for them. 33-28 is where we stand with 13:49 left in the second half.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling, with the Sacramento Kings coach. That was really fun.
Meeting new people, making new friends.
The games. I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the
Beautiful
chills? I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
Look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
33-28, 13:49 left in this one. A very fun game to watch here at Hutchinson Gym. We remind you tomorrow night right here on NorCal Sports TV, right here. Same team, different opponent. As my producer yells into my ear. We'll be right here as these American River Beavers will take on Sierra College, coming all the way from Roseville. Huddleston, Montgomery play pass back. Arciaga drives, he loses it. O'Looney will come away, and they go to Trey Jones, rather. Trey Jones looking up court. He decides to cut. Oh, initiates contact, can't get it to fall. Nothing wants to fall right now for the Beavers. Ball's going to go off of Jones' hands late, and it's going to turn the ball over to the Hawks. Jack Jones will make his way in for Chad Scarborough. Hawks go to inbound. Full court pressure on display. We'll get it to Kyrie Dunn, who's got nice handles, works it inside, now back outside to Huddleston. Thought about going back to Dunn. He's not happy about it. Montgomery telling him to cross court, go back to the other corner. They spread it out. Montgomery now he gets a nice little isolation. Oh, nice move by Dunn, blocked hard. That one's going to go against Mitchell. It's going to be Tyree's first foul. Rebound came this way. Hard contact. He's taking a look at that one. Oof. That's going to put Kyrie Dunn to the line. Dunn, a 70% free throw shooter. It's his first attempt at the line tonight. He connects on the first one, 34-28. Now our score with 13 minutes on the clock. Second one is good, and Beavers need a bucket here. 35-28. They've yet to score 7 minutes into the second half. The defense has been very good from Cosumnes River. Mitchell to Trey Jones. He lets it three go. No good. Rebound, and it seems like they've abandoned the inside paint, anything from inside the arc. Oh, they work it outside. Barciaga quick to Montgomery. Now he drives again. Initiates contact. I think they're going to call the foul on O'Looney, and they do. That's O'Looney's third, team's fifth, and don't look now, but they might be in foul trouble here pretty soon. O'Looney, hands up, exasperated. I don't know what I did. Montgomery to the line. Isaac Montgomery is yet to register any points. He's done a fine job running the offense so far. First one is on and good. So Montgomery is now in the score column. Here's a look at the foul, and O'Looney's not sure where he got fouled. Montgomery 68% from the free throw stripe. There's no good on the second one, so the percentages add up. Jack Jones gets the rebound, and he goes to Mitchell. That 2-point differential at the half is now an 8-point differential, so we get an off-ball foul. And I think we're going to get the call. I think it's going to go against Andre Huddleston. No, it's going to be Kyrie Dunn. That's his third, and the team's third. 22 on the clock. Mitchell makes way. And Scarborough checks back in. He gets the inbound pass from Trey Jones. He goes to Jack Jones now. Jack yet to register any points. Ball's going to be on the floor. It's going to go against Andre Huddleston. It's a hand check. That's his second. Stays on the floor, so still 20 seconds. Just the fouls adding up. Now for the Hawks. They take it from the baseline. Trey Jones looking. They're going to throw it long to Vaughn. Anthony Vaughn still on the floor, and he drives, initiates contact, and he gets one to fall. The shot selection was interesting, but he starts the scoring finally after 8 minutes in the second half for the Beavers, 36-30. Both these teams playing below their average points per game right now. The defense has been that good. American River coming into it averaged 72. Cosumnes 76 coming into this. Still plenty of time to play. There's a 3-ball from Kyrie Dunn was no good. Rebound Ayawe. They work around to Mitchell, who just broke the score column with the free throw on the last possession. And now they slow it down. Huddleston is going to hand it off to Kyrie Dunn. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Barciaga is going to set a screen. It's a nice screen. Dunn, mid-range floater's no good. Ayawe has it tipped away by O'Looney. Jack Jones will get the rebound. They bring it forward. He goes to Trey Jones. He goes to Anthony Vaughn. Quick turn three. No good. It's off the rack. Tries to get a rebound. Gets it tipped to O'Looney. Throws it back to Scarborough. Down low. Off the glass and good. Vaughn with his second bucket in as many possessions. With 11 minutes left on the clock, we're back to a 2-possession game. 36-32. And the limited crowd we have here in attendance. First time all season long we've had a limited crowd in attendance. They're treated to a very good game. To the corner, Barciaga. They go back to Montgomery. Montgomery lets a mid-range shooter fly, and that one's sweet. That's his first field goal, so 3 now all night for Isaac Montgomery. Back to 6 points. Trey Jones works inside, and Montgomery, as soon as he picks up his first field goal, he also picks up the foul. It's only his first foul, team's 5th. And Montgomery will make way. And I think that's going to be number 10. It is Gerard Webb. So Webb checks back in for Montgomery. About halfway through the second. Inbound is going to come to O'Looney. He looks for Trey Jones. He's got Scarborough to his right. Vaughn in the corner. Pump fake goes to Scarborough. Scarborough decides to take it himself. Works it inside. And it didn't look like O'Looney was ready for that one. And it goes out of bounds. 38-32. It'll be Hawks ball with 10:28. 38-32 left. I'm sorry, 38-32 is our score. I can pay attention to the red lights in front of me. A foul on the inbound. I think that's going to go against Jack Jones. It'll be Jack's first, team's 6th. Again, Jack Jones, his first action we've seen in quite a while. The Jesuit product, his first year with the program. The 6'3 guard has been injured. That one's going the other way. Took too long to get that one in. Correction, there's a foul on the court. That's going to go against Huddleston. It'll be his 3rd, team 6th. Just like that, the teams are even on fouls this half. Next foul for either team puts them in the bonus. Jack Jones with it now. He goes to Scarborough. Scarborough, both to Jones, O'Looney, and Vaughn on the floor. O'Looney works it inside. He gets the kiss off the glass, and that's only his 2nd bucket, but it's a big one. A quick turnover, a quick layup. Vaughn's got the bucket, and now it's a 1-possession game. The inbound, too strong. Trey Jones comes up with it. O'Looney keeps it in. They slow it down. Within 30 seconds, a big 3. Too strong. Rebound, Vaughn, and the foul. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be timeout. We got to reset. All of a sudden, it's a 1-possession game. 38-36. We'll come back. So after 2 quick buckets off an inbound and 2 turnovers, they missed the third chance at it. It's 38-36. The timeout was called by head coach Jonathan James of the Hawks. There was a foul on the court. It was over the back. That one is on David O'Looney. It's his 4th, now the team's 7th, so that does put the Hawks in the bonus. That puts Dylan Ayawe to the line. He connected on every single one of his free throw attempts in the first half. It's his first attempt at the stripe in the second half. And a 1-and-1 opportunity. First one is no good. O'Looney's going to get the rebound. And just like that, the broadcaster curse stays alive and well. Scarborough brings it forward. We'll see what they choose to do. That chance to take the lead or tie it. Jack Jones blocked from behind by Ayawe. They're going to call it, I think they call it jump ball. And that might stay Beavers. And it does. As you take another look at that one, blocked from behind. And that's just the height advantage for Dylan Ayawe. All 6'11" from the Franklin product. It's at this point I'd like to mention that I, too, graduated from Franklin High School in beautiful Elk Grove, California. We didn't have anyone his height when I played there, so I feel very small, and I'm 6'4". Anyway, back into the game. Jack Jones on the inbound play, we've tied the game! Jack Jones, first bucket back in a long time, and the Hawks have crawled their way back in. A foul on the inbound, and Coach Mark Giorgi not happy. We take another look at the inbound play. Nice play. Anthony Vaughn will pick up the foul. It's going to send Barciaga to the line. It's the first foul against Vaughn, so no real worry or concern for him. Vaughn's still leading the scoring currently for the Beavers. We've got him at 14 in this game. The 1-on-1 opportunity is no good. Rebound by the big man, by Ayawe. So keeps possession. Beaver ball. All tied up, 38-38. Oh, passes a little high. Maintain possession. Kyrie Dunn with it. 10 to shoot. They work it outside. Now inside drives from the paint. Oh, and it's sweet. Gerard Webb with another bucket. 6 points for him. Scarborough brings it forward. Wanted to go with speed. Instead goes to Trey Jones. Jones has a cutting O'Looney. Trey tries to bring himself, initiates contact. He goes up and in. Dipsy Doodle's no good. And a foul. Oh, that one's going to go against the... Looks like that one's going to go against the Hawks. And Kyrie Dunn not happy with that one. Looks like it was just out of bounds. Still not happy with it. Trey Jones gets it. Vaughn thought about the turn and shoot three. Doesn't do it. Goes back to Trey Jones now. Oh, and a trip. There's going to be a foul. Vaughn almost went to ground. They're going to get Kyrie Dunn. That's his 4th. That team's 7th. So now the Hawks are in the bonus as well. And you take a look at that. Our top-notch production staff here at NorCal Sports. Jeremy doing a great job. Kyrie Dunn is fired up, and he is not happy with that one. First one is no good. Going back the other way, the layup also no good. Scarborough had another chance at it. And now a foul. It's going to go against Scarborough. It's his 3rd. Team's 9th. It's only one more. And then will be in the double bonus for the Hawks. Montgomery checking back in. Kyrie Dunn will make way. And it looks like Tyler Edwards is going to make his way back onto the court for the Beavers here shortly. The 1-on-1 this time is good. So Webb will add to his scoring. Tyler Edwards is going to check in for Chad Scarborough. Scarborough with a nice effort. Couldn't connect on anything, but has definitely been helping run the offense. Edwards, definitely a spark plug. See what energy he can bring to the floor for the Beavers. 41-38 is the score. Stays 41-38, but a rebound and up and in And Dylan Yahweh gets his first field goal of the second half to make it a 43-38 game now. A quick 5-point turnaround for the Hawks. 8:24. Jones to Jones. Oh, he loses possession. Tries to keep it in. That one's going Hawks' way. A terrible turnover at a terrible time. You can see a little bit of the rust on Jack Jones as he's trying to get back into game shape and hopefully get ready for a playoff push. Beavers take a timeout. So will we. 43-38. 8:20 left in this one.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far? My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought personally there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
Those NorCalSportsTV.com camps sure are a great tool for the young baller in your life. If you want to find more information and send your young boy or girl to the camp this summer, go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camps. I know they do a lot of great work for those kids, and Jeremy's nodding to my left. Yes, they do. And all those games are broadcast here, so it helps keep the guys on the payroll. So, nice little head nod in. Beautiful Sonora, too, during the summertime. Up in the trees. Oh, yes. I can smell the burning marshmallows and campfire now. 8 minutes left in this one. Trey Jones gets a hand in on the possession from Gerard Webb. He'll stay Hawks ball. Huddleston's going to go to the lane. That one's taken away. Edwards with a nice little crossover. And again, he goes forward. He's got to find a teammate. He finds Jack Jones, who lets this one fly. And it's good! Jack Jones connecting from deep. 43-41. Jack Jones with the three, set his feet, let it fly, and why not, young man? Plenty of room for Montgomery. They're willing to let him take the shot. They go from the free throw line. That one's going to be short. Ayawe comes away with it. They give it back to Montgomery. Ayawe was calling for it down low. And this battle that he's had against O'Looney has been fantastic to watch if you like big basketball. Hawks go to the corner. Burciaga. And he works it over to Montgomery. They're going to give Montgomery space. Instead, they move to the corner. Trey Jones is going to get called on the reach. It's going to be his third foul. Team's 10th, so they've maxed up the fouls. Double bonus. And that's going to send, yes, Webb. They're going to send Webb to the line, who was cutting to the basket. Two Beavers ready to make their way back on. O'Looney's walking towards the bench as well as Jones. And we'll see who comes in. We'll correct that for you here in just a moment. First one is no good from Webb. Sam Shields and Chad Scarborough checking back in for the two aforementioned. Close game, and we would like to mention it is also head coach Mark Giorgi's birthday. So talk about a good birthday present. Pulling away a win in a very close game. The second one is good from Webb. It's his fourth point in the second half. Scarborough brings it forward with a 3-point deficit. Jones is going to go to the paint now. He thinks better of it. Works it back to Scarborough, who lets one fly. Back iron's no good. Ayawe with the rebound. And the Hawks okay to slow it down. Montgomery and Huddleston okay working the point. Barciaga on Vaughn. And Sam Shields with the titanic task of guarding Dylan Ayawe. We haven't seen Ayawe take a rest yet. Montgomery will let it fly, and he gets the mid-range floater to go. Montgomery, his second field goal of this game, 5 points total. Makes it a 5-point game. Jack Jones gets this one blocked, and Montgomery comes away with the rebound. A terrific block from Gerard Webb. 6 minutes left. And a foul on Shields. He can't believe that's going to be another foul. It's his first of the game. So that is going to send Dylan Ayala to the line. It was an off-ball foul, and there was a little scrap down low. Yahweh gets it to rattle in off the front iron. Good. 47-41, and Montez Swan will check back in for Chad Scarborough, who just checked back in about a minute ago. Back to a 6-point difference. Yahweh with a chance to make it 7. Short off the front iron. Shields gets a rebound. Swan will bring it up court, and it stays a 6-possession game. Still anybody's basketball game as well. They work outside to Edwards. Edwards thought about letting it fly. Instead, he drives to the paint, gets a little pump fake, throws up the floater, and it's good. Tyler Edwards gets his second bucket of the game, 4 total. Back to a 4-point game, 47-43. We hope you're enjoying this game as we sure are as well. Montgomery with it, off Marciaga. Montgomery lets a mid-range shooter fly again. Over the top, Shields got a tip, but he kind of boxed out Ayala. Vaughn brings it forward. Swan wanted to keep the speed up. Instead, he has to go back to Vaughn. Trey Jones will check back in at the next stoppage. Vaughn trying to go to work. Stops his dribble, has to find a teammate. He goes to Swan. Swan picks him up. Now he drives to the paint. Swan stops his dribble. Goes back to Vaughn, who lets the catch and release 3 go. Too strong. Fly down low goes to Edwards. Goes back to Vaughn. Mid-range shooter. This time still no good. Another rebound from Edwards. He brings it out to Swan, and they get a fresh shot clock. 5 minutes left in this one. Swan looking to go to work. Sam Shields still on Ayala. They work it, staying away from him. They go Vaughn. Down low now goes to Shields. In the paint. And a timeout taken by American River. It is going to be a full timeout, and we'll take that full timeout as well. 47-43, under 5 left to play.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far? My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was fun.
Welcome back inside the gym. 4-point game. I'd like to thank Mammy Giorgi in the chat. Thank you so much for letting us know that it was Coach's birthday, and you're welcome for the commentation, I believe was the word you used. And thank you so much to the 67 of you tuned in, and for everybody who's tuning in either live or on replay. Edwards goes up, he gets the bucket. Edwards providing the spark the Beavers might need in this one. He went against Kyrie Dunn, who had a hand on it, as well as Andre Huddleston. Good screen, set low. Edwards got a hand on it. That one's out. Vaughn gets the rebound. They decide to slow down. Edwards gives it to Swan. Giorgi wants a good shot selection here. Swan works it outside. Vaughn for 3. Lets it fly. He's fouled. And it goes! A rare 4-point play. The crowd is on their feet. Look at this one again. Finds the open man. Nice screen. Gets fouled. Oh, baby. The foul is on Huddleston. That's their 8th team, and a chance to extend the lead with an out 48-47. Anthony Vaughn, and he does. He extends his scoring lead. And for the first time tonight, the Beavers lead 49-47. Both teams in the bonus. Gerard Webb will make way. Jason Mitchell Jr. checks back in. His first action he's seen since the beginning of the half. Huddleston brings it forward. Defense chant rattling through Hutchinson Gym. The no-look pass, Ayawe goes back to Huddleston. Huddleston rattles home. No call. That's going to go Beaver ball. With 4 minutes left, and here's a look at that last possession. Producer Jeremy quick on the trigger. We thank him for all of his coverage tonight. And if you want to tip in the chat so he can get home safe, go ahead. Under 4. That one's going the other way. You're going to get a blocking foul. I think that's going to go on Shields, and it will. Sam Shields commits his second. Still a 2-point lead. Huddleston brings it forward. Dunn, Huddleston, Mitchell Jr., Montgomery, and Ayawe are the 5 for the Hawks. Edwards, Shields, Montgomery goes up. Edwards got a hand, it's blocked. Turnover, Vaughn, they've got numbers and speed. He works it to the corner. He finds Swan. Swan, Vaughn, Edwards, Trey Jones, and Sam Shields on the court. Swan goes, he gets it down low. Blocked. Swan with another chance, outside to Vaughn. He resets, 13 on the clock. Trey Jones has it. Sam Shields trying to create some isolation. 6 on the clock. They go to Vaughn. We know he's not afraid to let it fly. Floating away. He's got the bucket. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Vaughn away from his body. Goes to the ground. No call, but he extends the lead. 51-47. Oh, my. Montgomery against Edwards. Nice spin. He gets it to go. No. Shields fighting with Ayawe. Edwards with the rebound. They hold on to it. 2:38. Trey Jones will bring it up court slowly. He crosses the half-court line. 20 on the clock, and the Beavers are fine to slow things down. 2:22. 10 to shoot. Got to find something. A bucket here would be huge. He lets a 3 fly. He's got the bucket. A timely triple from Trey. 54-47. 2 to play. And now it's the Hawks who are on the back foot. They need a bucket. Bench is up. Timeout, Hawks. The Beavers are fired up. 54-47. Don't go anywhere.
What's your favorite part of this camp so far? My favorite part is meeting new people, such as teammates and old friends that came earlier.
I really like the one-on-one training. The coaches really tried to get like the connections with the kids during the camp, so I think that was a really good part of it.
I liked the drills, the ball handling drills, and shooting drills.
I think, one thing that's very underrated here at the camp was like meeting new people, because I thought personally there was going to be like very little people here from all around here, but there's people from Oakland, there's people from Atascadero, way far, and just got to meet new people. I really liked it. I was enjoying it. It was really fun.
How quickly this game can change, and now with 2 minutes left, the Beavers now lead by 7. No short order thanks to the timely shooting from Anthony Vaughn. Beavers ball, it's going to be Patrick Parks Jr. to inbound. He's looking for Ayawe. Instead, they go all the way out. Edwards got a hand up. This one's going to be kept inbounds, and now Vaughn has it with numbers. Oh, and he turns it over. Tipped out of bounds. They'll say Beavers ball. Frantic action. Times are tense for the Hawks. Athletic Director Derek Booth looking over our shoulder. Tense times for him. Again, this is the first time we've been able to have fans inside Hutchinson Gym as Montgomery sits down in quite some time, and no better time than the present. Trey Jones dribbling away from the defense, willing to run the clock. 17 to shoot. Nice defense from Huddleston. Now 10 to shoot. Trey Jones, okay, hanging on to it. The crowd letting him know how much is on the clock. Oh, dispossessed. Tried to draw a foul, no good. Edwards calling for it. He's going to go low on Barciaga. Edwards will pick up his fourth. I think that's going to send Barciaga to the line. Correction, that was Tyler Edwards' third. When team's already in the bonus, so Barciaga to the line. The impressive thing about this comeback, too, is David O'Looney has been on the bench for most of the second half after picking up his fourth foul as well. Barciaga connects on the first. Now it's a 6-point game. Huddleston will stay in. And it looks like Gerard Webb makes his way back on. He does. And the second one's no good. Tipped up. Swan's going to come away with it. Edwards wanted a call down low. It was swallowed by Ayawe, but instead they'll bring it up. They need a stop here. 6-point game. Swan will hand it off to Trey Jones. You know Trey Jones is comfortable with the rock in his hand. Said Edwards, let's 5 from 3. No good. Giorgio didn't like that. It goes up to Barciaga. Turns it over to Trey Jones. Trey Jones with numbers. He goes. Vaughn goes up. He goes off the bucket. Timeout is going to go for the Beavers. It's an 8-point game with less than a minute to play.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school. So it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and and meet some college coaches.
And the dribbling with the Sacramento Kings coach, that was really fun.
Meeting new people, making new friends.
The games, I love playing games, yeah.
Just to be able to practice on my moves.
My favorite part of camp is meeting new people. I've made a lot of friends so far. It's a real great experience here.
Bit too powerful. 1 second. Has another shot. Puts it up to end the game. Nails the three.
The crowd
Here is
goes
Shiner
wild.
for three. Yes, look at this. Everyone coming over to congratulate.
Literally, ball in the air as the buzzer went off.
Do you have the chills?
Beautiful
I have the
finish.
chills.
I definitely
look
got
at that.
the
I got the
chills.
goosebumps.
I really did too.
Less than a minute to play. It's an 8-point lead for the Beavers. Mark Giorgi told me before the game they needed 2 of 3 to make the playoffs. And if the result holds, they'll just need 1 for the game tomorrow against Sierra College. Inside, nice little move. Cut up, no good. O'Looney gets the rebound. And a foul. That's going to go against Ayawe. That's his third. Team's 9th. The 1-and-1 will put O'Looney to the line. And a chance to make it a 10-point game with a minute left would all but lock things up. Chad Scarborough will check in for Anthony Vaughn, who has had a terrific ball game tonight. Another 20-point ball game for Vaughn off the bench. O'Looney gets his first one to fall. Only his 5th tonight. So Ayawe and the Hawks head coach Jonathan James have done a fantastic job of shutting him down. Second one from the stripe is also good. It is now a double-digit lead. Less than a minute. The Hawks are going to have to come quickly. Giorgi needs a defense to stay strong. Well, that's going to be out of bounds. It'll stay Hawks ball. Trey Jones thought that one tipped off of, I think it was Parks Jr., who will inbound it. They look it over to Branch Smith, first time we called his name, and a 3 ball from deep. Just like that's a 7-point game. Huddleston. How many times will I make that mistake? He connects on the three, and the foul will put the Beavers in the double bonus. Parks Jr. will pick up his third, and that'll max out the fouls for both teams with 33 left on the clock. First one from Jones will fall. Jones, a fantastic shooter of his own from the free throw stripe, 85% this year. Puts it back to an 8-point differential. And make it 9. Hawks in a breakout quickly. Mitchell Jr. already down court. They need to get shots up quick and make them. That one off the glass is no good. Looney's got it. He moves it forward. Stolen. Now out of bounds. Beavers ball. 20 seconds left. And a timeout by the Beavers. Substitution by the Beavers. Vaughn will check back in. He's going to go in for Edwards. Scarborough inbound. He has Swan, Jones, Vaughn, and O'Looney out there with him. It goes to Jones, who will hang on to it, and he'll get fouled by Parks Jr. He'll pick up his fourth, and that's going to put him to the line with 20 seconds. It's now become all but academic. You put one of the better free throw shooters to the line. First one's good. Trey Jones. Second one up and good as well. And that's going to be a substitution. Tyler Edwards will check back in for Vaughn. And last little bit of defensive work from head coach Mark Giorgi. Up by 11. 15 seconds left in this one. A spin is Parks. They don't want to foul. Gets Ayala, who turns the ball over. And with 11 seconds, a substitution. Vaughn will come back in for Edwards. Georgie not content. They know they might foul, but they'll just dribble this one out as Trey Jones will bring it forward into the front court. And this one is over, folks. The Beavers come from behind to win this one 62-51 in an absolute classic here on NorCal Sports TV. The teams will shake hands. We'll step aside one last time. We'll come back with our post-game wrap. Once again, our final score, 62-51.
My favorite part was just competing and meeting new people. You know, I'm always with my team, like practicing in high school, so it was good to come out and meet new people and play against them and get and meet some college coaches. So, yeah.
And the dribbling with.
And as the crowd starts to disperse from Hutchinson Gym, they were treated to an absolute beautiful game of basketball here at Hutchinson Gym. Once again, our final score here on NorCal Sports TV. Beavers come away with the win after trailing by 2 at the half, 62-51. They'll pull out the win. 34 points in the second half, led in no short order by Anthony Vaughn coming off the bench. A timely three got the 4-point play to take the lead, and they did not look back after that moment. as well as a timely three from Trey Jones to really start to step away down at that last little part of the game. Wanted to talk about Cosumnes River. Dylan Ayawe, 15 points down low defensively. Absolute monster as well. Just not enough tonight scoring from his teammates. Jason Mitchell started only 3 points there. Gerard Webb had 8 tonight. Good for him. Andre Huddleston only had 3, and then not much help off the bench as well. So Gerard Webb being the 8 points would be the second highest scorer for the Hawks. So that's going to put American River to 15-9, 8-6 in the Big 8 Conference with a big game tomorrow night against Sierra. And if Mark Giorgi's words are worth anything, which I believe they are from the birthday boy, happy birthday to you on the win. A win tomorrow night could almost guarantee a playoff spot in the Big 8 after a season where they've had many games postponed for COVID and other eligibility issues. You know, that would definitely feel good with a win tomorrow night. You can see that game right here on NorCal Sports TV, live, uninterrupted, and available for replay. Meanwhile, Cosumnes River falls to 14-11, 5-8 on the year. A couple games coming up for them. Still winners of 5 of their last 8, so season's not necessarily done. They do have a chance, albeit slim, heading now towards the playoffs. That's going to do it for everybody here on NorCal Sports TV. For my wonderful team, my name's Alex Tasker. Thank you to American River College for having us out here. We'll see you tomorrow night for American River versus Sierra. But for now, our final score, Beavers 62, Hawks 51. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.